Hello, welcome back to Auto Pop Culture, and today we're going over the best albums of the decades. This is completely more of my idea of what I think is the best albums, or at least ones that really drew me and that really spoke to me, the one that really affected me in a lot of ways. Most of these are going to be pop. Most of these are going to be pretty mainstream. Some of them aren't. But these are completely my choices of best albums. If you think it differently, or if you have a different idea of what your list is, please leave a comment below, and let's see if we match together or something like that. So today's video is just going to be 2010 and 2011, and 2010 was literally one of the best times for pop culture, or for pop music. It was I felt like, because of Lady Gaga coming in, she changed a lot of ideas, and a lot of other people came in at the same time. Actually, that's a better point. A lot of people have came in. A lot of artists came in at this time, or were reinventing themselves in different ways. So it really changed the game a lot. So in this list, I'm going to go over 10 top albums in my opinion of 2010, and then 10 top albums in 2011. So let's get started. So the first album that I really love, and that came out in 2010, is Christina Aguilera, Bionic. Now, I really liked it. It took me a while to kind of wrap around to it, and I know that everybody was just I know it was a complete flop to a general audience, but I personally loved it. I love that she was going more kind of electronic kind of sound and very weird, digging into the futuristic pop-ish type of sound, which is kind of cool. I just thought it was amazing, and I know that there's a whole little thing that because it flopped because Lady Gaga was coming out and just doing a lot of that futuristic pop and a lot of different sounds that it kind of overshadowed Bionic. But even with that, Bionic was still a great album. Number 2 is Katy Perry, Teenage Dream. The fact that this has to be on the list. It has to be on the list. It was the album. It was the album. Every single single that she brought out top charted immediately. It has to be one of her best albums. It still is, I still run back to it. I think it's beautiful. I think it's amazing. I think it's a complete turn of what she was back before. She was doing more kind of rock pop in a way, it was kind of rock pop. There's a lot of guitar, but then she just switched it up and completely did more poppy sound, and she kind of mixed it around too, and she added more fun that she had inside of her, and it was the most time you saw the most of her. Number 3 is Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded. So Pink Friday didn't make the cut because it wasn't it wasn't part of the decade, so it came out in 2009, and this one came out in 2010, which is good because Reloaded was the I feel like Pink Friday was okay, this is who she is. Reloaded was just this is Nicki Minaj, because she did Starships, she did Starships, she did Bees in the Trap, she did rap and she did pop, and she just mixed it all together so nicely. It was insane. Number 4 is Rihanna Loud. Rihanna Loud, one of my favorite albums of Rihanna. It was a time where she actually was getting out of the abuse of Chris Brown, was feeling after rated R was so dark and so intense. You finally get past it, and she finally she just brought a more light to herself again, and I feel like she just bounced back, and it was amazing. Only Girl in the World, come on, that's one of the best songs that she has. It's amazing. Okay, number 5 is Pharrell Williams, Girl, or Girl. So Happy was on that album. It was all over the place to the point we got irritating, but it was a very happy song. It was a very upbeat song, and a lot of his other songs on his album was really good, like Marilyn Monroe. Brand New with Justin Timberlake was amazing. I love that song. Come Get It, or Come Get It, Bae. That was the first time they actually said Bae instead of a song title. With Miley Cyrus. Amazing. Number 6 is Kesha, Animal. iconic album. It was a perfect like showcase of who Kesha was because we didn't know who the hell she was. She was introducing another type of pop, trashy pop. Like not trashy pop, like she called it garage pop or garbage pop or whatever she called it, something like that. It's like sleazy pop, but it's pretty much like it's just it was a reason to fucking get trashed and wasted and not even feel bad about it. Like, I feel like she gave you that okay. She's like, listen to my songs. I get trashed. I drink bottles from people's, like, table when they're done with it. Like, it's okay to get trashed and get wasted and get crazy. Like, it's your life kind of thing. I bet, and they just felt like she gave us that permission to do so and broke a lot of walls down about, the normality of the world and the way that we do things. And I think she just turned the tables completely. Number 7 is Ellie Goulding, Lights. Oh, Lights. It's so just like, I can listen to that in the background. It helps me calm down so nicely. It's so good. Lights, The Writer, what else? I was gonna say Anything Can Happen, that's way later. What was the other one? It was like the next big one. Something Guns and Horses. Just a great song, and it was. And I know that she took her a while to get into mainstream, but she really like that really pulled me in. Number 8. Oh, okay. Number 9. Number 8 is Pink Friday by Nicki Minaj. Okay, so I completely forgot. I thought it was 2019, or 2009, but actually is 2010. She's released those in the beginning and at the end of the album or year. And Pink Friday is the beginning of Nicki Minaj and getting crazy, doing like very different sounds with her voice and everything. With doing like. It completely changed the whole way that we listen to rap, you know, and I think that she really kind of changed the ways in that way. Number 9, Kings of Leon, Come Around Sundown. Come Around Sundown. So good. So fucking good. Like, it's a great album. I can listen to the whole thing. I know almost all the words off of almost every song. Like, Radioactive was the lead single. Amazing. What was the other one? Going Down the South. Like, I love that. My Amigo. Like, I love his sound. I love his voice. I felt like they kind of turned the tables a little bit more and kind of went towards a little more of a upper beat, or more of a kind of like a beachy sound, direction E, while still keeping their southern like roots with it. And I think that's kind of cool. And then finally for 2010, the top, number 10 is Kylie Minogue, Aphrodite. Aphrodite was the shit. I loved it. I think it completely showed that she can adapt to any fucking decade if she really wanted to. And I think I feel like that was the last album that she kind of just like, okay, I'll give you something intense. And then after that, she kind of like, since then she's kind of been more personal and more direct to what, like, I feel like, you know, when like, I feel like she's doing more of the Lady Gaga right now, where she's like, she gave you all she wants. She's good to go. Now she's going to give you what she wanted to give you for so long, you know? And I think that Aphrodite was amazing. Like, all the Lovers. All the Lovers, Get Out of My Way was my top song. I repeated that over and over again, still to this day. That year was just a good year for music. And it didn't fucking stop there, because it was just a beginning of the way that music was changing. And also, I honestly personally think it's Lady Gaga that kind of changed the ways. That because she allowed some EDM sounds and production to come into her thing, a lot of other people decided to do that too. And then we fall in 2011. 2011 was just EDM heavy EDM mixed with a little bit of more personality stuff. So let's start with the first one. So the first one is David Guetta, Nothing But the Beat. You can think about any song that was on the top of the list. It was top chart. It was pretty much one of these songs. Where the Girls At? Turn Me On with Nicki Minaj. It's just like almost every single song. Sexy Bitch with Akon, which that just shows how long he's been gone. But like, it was just insane. Every song was just like hitting hard EDM. And then you go to the next one. So number 2 is Kelly Clarkson, Stronger. I actually was going through some like around that time, personally, I was going through a breakup, and I was just like, it was one of the albums that kind of pulled me through, and it was just like, she literally she told you to not feel sorry. She told you to get back up, and I thought that was just, every song just made me realize, like, just get back up, and it really did. I think it really helped me a lot. And she's iconic. Number 3 is Lady Gaga, Born This Way. Of course, we have to have Lady Gaga in this. I know I left out Fame Monster, but I felt like that one was, I still claim that as an EP. I don't think that's an album. I think when you add the other ones of the Fame, it becomes an album, but it was only 9 songs, so it's an EP. Anywho, Born This Way literally was around a time where the queer community was like, enough. We want to be married. We want to have these rights, and we did. Like, we finally started having things turn around, and people actually were listening at that moment. And it was insane. And Lady Gaga came out with Born This Way. Just changed the way that we just felt about ourselves as me as a gay man and as a queer community. She just changed the world, and she had a lot of songs, a lot of amazing songs. Heavy Metal Lover, iconic. Government Hooker, iconic. Marry the Night, iconic. Like, iconic album. Number 4 is Britney Spears, Femme Fatale. Oh my god. Femme Fatale was just, I saw the concert on TV, and I thought it was amazing, but her songs, so good. It was perfect. I'm not a biggest Britney Spears fan, but I did felt like that really pulled me in. It's a good album, decent dancey album. Number 5 is Foster the People, Torches. Torches. Just like every fucking hipster friend that you knew was playing that album. It's a good album. It's a very easygoing album. There's a lot of sounds that you weren't thinking to hear it, and he introduced a lot of catchy sounds and really boosted up the indie sound and boosted up a lot of, like, he did, like, I feel like they did a little indie mix with light electronic EDM, or electronic indie, I would say. Good album. Number 6 is Adele, 21. The first time, I liked 19. I liked some songs, but I wasn't really deep into her. I didn't really care. I didn't really know. I didn't know that much about her, and I only know Chasing Pavements, and that was the only thing that I really, really cared about, because it was just, so good. But this one, another breakup album. She just snapped with, like, Rolling in Deep. Everybody that had a breakup that year was just singing that song over and over again, and the whole album too. Just a complete breakup album, and it was just emotional, vulnerable, and it was just like, this is Adele, and it got a lot of people's attention. Number 7, LMFAO, Sorry for Party Rocking. It literally was like, 2011 was not 2011 without LMFAO. Like, they were 2011. They made 2011. If you went to the club, you could not stop yourself from listening to any of their songs. Party Rockin', Sorry for Party Rockin', like Sexy I Know It. Sexy I Know It was on for days. I almost feel like it was on for 2 fucking years. Like, every summertime comes around, just like, I'm sexy, I know it. Like, it was just iconic. It was an iconic song. Number 8 is Rihanna, Talk That Talk. Oh, Rihanna, Talk That Talk. But another excuse to actually feel sexy. She was, as Kesha gave you the permission to go crazy, get drunk, get wasted, get messy. She gave you the excuse, gave you the permission to be sexual, be sexy, and tell people exactly what you want, like, sexually, and just, like, cockiness, which just, it was everything. We found love with Calvin Harris was literally the idea of the club times. Like, it was, if you weren't listening to LMFAO, We Found Love was always in the final hours, because it was amazing, like, pull you up song. Her whole album was amazing, and it was just, she was nasty in the best way, and all of it, just amazing. And then we go into number 9, which is Hot Chili Ray, which is Whatever, and their album Whatever. What song wasn't played on the radio? Like, I Like It Like That catchy. There's two songs that sound exactly the same. I Like It Like That. Fuck, what was that other one? Let's get it on. Yeah, you can come along. No, that's I like that. Anyway, there's another one that's like that. I'm pretty much gonna remember it and just put it in the little undertow thing. But it's just is that album like on repeat immediately. And then finally we go to Cobra's Starship, the Cobra Starship Nightshades. You Make Me Feel like if that was always in the club. That was always in the club. Like and his other songs were really good too. Like I think that they also put a name. They were mainstream at that point because they moved from the Good Girls Gone Bad where it was kind of like, oh, we like the hot fuck, what's that story called? The Hot Topic fans like it, but then this brought them actual mainstream. So that's pretty much it. That's my list. But one more little add-in bonus would be Martin Solveig. Smash. Smash was everywhere. I Just Came to Say Hello. It was iconic song, and a lot of all of his songs are just booch booch. Like it just went throughout every song, which is easy to listen to. And he also was another EDM that just brought it into. And I think that I honestly think that 2010, 2011 were one of the best years for music for pop music because it just changed the way it was changing. Pop was changing at that moment, and it was changing in a different way that no one was ready for, that no one thought was going to go. We didn't know that EDM was going to make it that mainstream, but here it was. We didn't know that people like Lady Gaga and Katy Perry and all those other people were bringing that into their stuff and bringing in different types of pop. Like, it was a revolutionary time. Anyway, so leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought about my list. I'll leave a list on inside the little description also so you kind of see which ones. And I hope everybody has a great week. And I'll see you guys next video, which I'll go over 2012 and 2013. I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.